Just to finish off with that some people, when they did the adaptation, they just said, "Well, okay, yeah, here's how I would do it," and they just put, film or video game idea up there, and it really wasn't very thought out. A lot of times, you know, it was just a rip-off or knockoff version of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or um, some video game like Red Dead Redemption, something like that. So there has to be more critical thought that goes into it. You just can't culturally appropriate or critically, or appropriate the text into another form without acknowledging, the difficulties um, that you're going to have, and also without, making clear, what your objectives are. The objective of turning it into either a video game or film, or uh, to keep the critical aspects of the text, the things that a text does that make us think. You want to try to have them in the film or video game themselves, and oftentimes this is contradicting at least the stereotypical notion of a film or a video game. Okay, so I gave you some tips on discourses, tips on writing, the essay, dialogue, the treatment, and I talked about some writing issues. So let me just continue to talk about this as we go into the text. Okay, so the proposal, which is where you're going to start off with, uh, I've already posted some notes there on what I would like to see you do, but a lot of what you're going to post there is, based on what I'm saying here in your own reading of the text. Okay, so here we have the text. Let's just get to the text itself. So I just wanted to highlight a few things about the text. This chronology of the text of W.E. Du Bois's life is a pretty good way just to get the historical dimension in play, which you should recognize from your history classes you had in the past, and also just to see that he lived a very long life, and he really was there for many central events within American history and within African American culture. So very interesting just to look at that. Okay, so the forethought. Okay, here is if you want to write about the conceptual metaphor of the veil. This is a very good place to start, because we will talk about the veil, what the veil is, and how it operates, and what his connection to it is.